Hey guys, I'm Morthadon and we are back for Frieren Season 1 Episode 21. So, last time we ended off with Frieren versus Dinkin, while I think I was looking at my notes and it has been a bit because I took a break. I recorded ahead a couple episodes and then took a little bit of a break in between, so it's a little longer than it usually is. But I think, looking at my notes, Laufen is a name I have written down. Might be the name of the guy who raised the Earth and wants to kill those two people. I don't know, though. For some reason, that sounds wrong to me, but it's the only name I have written down that I don't recognize. But it's either that or that's the girl that can use, like, the speed magic. That's the only other thing I can think of. And maybe I didn't write his name down, which is possible. But Kane and Luina are against him, and he claims that he's just going to kill one of them. But Dinkin kept saying, no, don't. And he was like, and then he just raised the Earth, so we'll see if he ends up actually doing it now that he's separated from Dinkin. You know, he doesn't have Dinkin there to stop him, so he could just do it. But hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully those two girls are okay. Or maybe they can hold their own, you know? Just because he says he's going to kill them doesn't mean he's actually capable of doing it. They're skilled in their own right, so I guess we'll see. But we also learned a lot about Werbold in the last episode and his past, and we saw what Fern was capable of and all that. It was a great episode. So I'm very much looking forward to this one. I'm hoping, you know, I like Dinkin's confidence and everything, but I'm also really excited for for Frieren to just, like, kick ass too, you know? So, I don't know. I don't know which way I want it to go, but let's watch this episode and find out how it goes. We're gonna start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. The rain. They kept making a point about the rain. I wonder if it'll come into play at all. Oh, okay. Flamme. Ah, they did meet her. Whoa. The voice. Not the voice I expected. Sounds like Killua. Oh. Interesting. Alright. That was Siri, right? So they met a long time ago, which also means that Siri's been around for at least as long as Frieren has. Based on her position and everything, I'd say even longer. So potentially someone more powerful than Frieren. Granted, age does not mean everything. Frieren has lost 10 or 11 other times, right? It was something like that. To people who had less mana than her. Alrighty. We've almost seen everything in this opening. I wonder if Siri's a guy or if it's just the voice. I don't know if they've used any gender terms yet. I can't remember if the guy explaining it did last time, but the world of magic. Oh, we're gonna recap a little bit, eh? Goodbye. Feels like such an overkill of an ability. But I guess. Completely unfazed. So he's a similar ambition as Frieren. Oh, we're jumping back to this. Hmm. So she already got a spell back then. Hmm. Oh. She wants to search for it. Yeah. Damn. Ah, so you didn't like that answer. Sensei. Hmm. Wow. So they can't do it because they want the war to continue. Huh. Interesting. Is this why they do the mage selection exam so Siri can have battles happening? Interesting. They're already winded. That's not good. I imagine that did nothing. Oh, okay. He just made an earth shell. Legara. They might have used a lot of mana to do what they did before, too. Ooh, this is a cool shot. Nice. I always love when anime do, like, panning shots. So he thinks he's got a better way? Hmm. Okay. Well, she put up defense, but was it enough? Guess not. Oh, she getting back up. Oh shit, bloodbending! Oh shit, can't she? Can she do it? Oh my god! Give us some bloodbending, baby. Underestimating your opponent. Hmm. They're flying around. Alright. Old battles of attrition. Okay. A flaming tornado! Hmm. Oh, okay. Or will it? By Frieren. Or something, I don't know. Oh. Hmm. Flame had a very powerful barrier, too. Is it possible that Flame's is better than Siri? Oh, that was a cool shot. I like that. Oh. Oh! Oh shit! Point blank? Damn. Did that get him? Okay, he's alive. Yep. That's all you need to fight mages of this era. Yeah, Lauvin's the speed girl. That was my bad. I never wrote down the name of the guy. I know we got his name because Dinkin was yelling at him. Not to, she just stomp on his butt. Damn. Richter. That's probably the guy's name. That's probably what she was planning on doing, right? You're not listening to what he's saying! Yep, there it is. Nice. Hmm. He didn't care. Yeah, if he doesn't want the prestige from it, why is he here? Ah, he can't get back home. Okay. Or maybe she knows they don't need help. I love... Oh, it was her doing it. Is she gonna break a hole in it to give them water? The rain. Everyone kept talking about it. Does she pop a hole in it so they get some rain? They want some water? Ooh. Oh, they bluffed the bloodbending, but I wish we would have seen it. This guy's attacks really are big and flashy. Oh shit. What is she doing? Come on. She's doing this just to break the barrier. Oh my god! The last great mage. Huh. Nice. She had to fight without water. Hmm. And his earth will be more muddy, right? Will he just quit? Oh! Touch the water. Oh shit. Yep. It's easier for her to control individual raindrops, right? When it's not all pooled up. Nice. Jeez. Okay. Just kind of enveloped him. I doubt it killed him, right? But... Oh, they're gonna get... Frieren jumps away and just leaves them to get blasted. I'm guessing she has the bird, I just don't see it. And maybe that's the cage behind her? Yeah, it's behind her. Oh, he got blasted right with the rest of the team. Did he catch him with his legs? Or did he just happen to be in that position? Well, running out of mana is when they show up, I guess. We learned from the other team. Clever. I like how he's the one that had to think of that. They're like, oh, yeah. Can't do anything. Okay. They're gonna go after some of the weak. I love the people that, like, slowly figure out who Frieren is. That was cool. No limit outside of combat. That's so funny. Oh, they got a bird. Ah. Oh. Guess it can't hurt to take it. If they're gonna lose anyway. Oh, I'd take money. Party's dead. Party member's dead. Can't win anyway. Well. A bluff, maybe? We still have mana to fight. We'll fuck you up. Quiet! Yeah. Oh. Just fight with your fists! Yeah. You don't need mana. Oh! Dinkin's cool. Oh, I thought that was the credits about to start. No, there's that. So, oh, they got the bird. Okay, makes sense. So basically, all the characters that were shown in the beginning all ended up with one. All right, cool. I kind of forgot about Stark. Just, just chilling at a bar, lonely, but enjoying it. Alright, that was a great episode. Basically, just what I expected. Just Frieren just overwhelmed him with ordinary magic. And really, the most epic moment was her breaking that barrier. And, I mean, anime has a way of being like, I was fairly confident she could do it, right? Like, as soon as they brought up the idea of her analyzing the barrier, I was like, even when they started mentioning the rain outside the barrier, it was like 2 or 3 different groups. We had a point of them pointing out the rain being stuck behind the barrier. I figured something was going to be up with it, right? I figured it had to come back, it had to be used somehow. So I wasn't surprised Frieren broke the barrier. But I love when anime characters are like, it won't break. It's fine. Impossible. You know, and I'm just like, oh, you bitch, just wait. I get so excited for that moment. I think I have a real thing for people that are like absolutely positive about something, because I'll be honest, I do it a lot where I'm not positive on things. Like, if you've watched a lot of my reactions, you'll know that I'll say, I think this happened, I'm pretty sure this happened. I almost never say, I'm absolutely sure this happened, because I know that I forget things, I know that I miss things. That's it, by the way, guys, for episode 21. But yeah, something about me is that I almost never talk in absolutes, because it's not that I don't want to be wrong, it's just I don't have the confidence in myself to think that I'm right. Right? That's really the main thing. So whenever I see characters and people in shows, and even like my friend group that are like, this is absolutely the case, sometimes I'll even, like, if I have a friend that says like this is absolutely the case and I kind of doubt it, I will like go and look things up and be like, try to like prove them wrong, right? Just because, like, the bitch, that's what you get for talking in absolutes. um but yeah, breaking the barrier was awesome. uh I like the idea of the flashback with Flame talking to Ciri, saying that it's impossible for us to defeat the Demon King because we enjoy fighting too much. So I guess they just would never have the ambition and never set that as their goal to go and fight him and defeat him, because if they did, the world would enter an era of peace. Granted, things are getting spicy again now, apparently, with the Northern Territory and demons and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's not as crazy as it was when the Demon King was alive. And they want that war. They want that conflict. They want those battles. And if they defeat that guy, then they might not have that anymore. So I like that. Now, granted, don't get me wrong, I'm sure Ciri is strong enough to fight him. Like, if she were to, he, she, it, whatever, is motivated to go after it. Um, but yeah, anyway. I wanted to look up the voice of Ciri because I get major Killua vibes. From the voice actor. I even wonder, like, I wonder if it's a. Oh no, that's a woman voice actress. Interesting. Um, I was curious of her roles because it's a very deep voice that's being put on for this character. But I was just curious, and I know a lot of like anime protagonists and stuff like that are voiced by, even if they're male. Yeah, she was Killua. Yeah, nice, cool. I'm not crazy. Wait, what? She does the voice of Gojo? Wait, is that right? Hold on, that was only one. That was like, what was that she did the voice of? Oh, she did the voice of Reg in Made in Abyss too. Cool. She did a lot of voices. That's awesome. Hold on, what is this? Jujutsu Kaisen's second season marks her as the voice of Gojo. Wait, no. Wait, what? No, Gojo is Nakamura something something. I can't see the rest of the name. Wait, so why is she being credited as Gojo? Does Gojo do, like... Gojo does some, like, weird voices, doesn't he? Like, sometimes he goes into, like, a higher pitch and, like, talks... Not like a girl, but he goes into, like, a higher pitch. So did, like, some of the line reads are done by this person and some not? Or is this just... Maybe my anime list is wrong. I don't know. Interesting. Supposedly it marks her as Satoru Gojo, though. Did we ever hear Gojo talk as a kid? We had a moment where we saw young Gojo, right? Did he ever say anything as a kid? Maybe that's what it was? See, it doesn't say what the role is here. It just, like, shows it. But anyway, that's interesting. I don't know. But whatever. Anything else? Oh, Gila from Seven Deadly Sins. I've seen that. A bunch of Pokemon stuff. It's cool. Even though I never really watched Pokemon in Japanese. Yep, there's Siri from this show. Yeah. Good thing. Oh, she was also Rei from Promised Neverland. Interesting. Okay, that's pretty much everything. Cool. Alright, well, that's what I wanted to look up. So, sorry guys, I just wanted... Sometimes I recognize a voice and I like to go and look and see what... I think I do remember Rei also being Killua. Like, I think I remember hearing that voice and being like, is that Killua? So it makes sense that it's Rei. I just, for some reason, I didn't, like, connect all those dots together until I saw the name there. But I remember watching Promised Neverland. I actually did a reaction to Promised Neverland. I did, right? I think? I did at least Season 2 on the channel. I may have watched Season 1 before I started doing reactions. Wow, man, I've been doing shit for too long. I can't remember now. But anyway, I'm fairly certain I at least did Season 2, even though Season 2 is kind of a, you know, but it is what it is. Did I do Season 1? I can't remember. Anyway, I was going to look it up, but I decided not to. Too much looking stuff up. Let's go back to talking about... So they talked about how modern mages use physical spells rather than more, like, of what Frieren does, like Zoltrak and stuff, because the defense spells that were created to stop spells like Zoltrak and other magic-related spells. Physical spells can break through the barriers, but, which, it kind of makes sense, because a lot of these modern mages we saw were doing that. One was turning flower petals into, like, blades. One was... What was the girl fighting Fern doing? I can't even remember now. Was she, like, throwing rocks? Is that what she was doing? She was kind of like Richter, right? Where she was using rocks as her weapon. But I think it was more like firing pebbles. I think that's what she was doing. Now, we had someone like... Ubel, who was doing, like, magical slashes. That didn't seem physical, right? I don't think there was any physical entity attached to that. That just seemed like a magical slash. We couldn't really see what it was. It just was kind of, like, cutting things. So I imagine that's more magical than it is physical, so she does that. And we didn't really get to see what Werbel was capable of. He was about to fire something off magical, but also... They're all not limited to just one spell. Like, just because they, like, specialize in it, it doesn't mean they can't do anything else, right? Frieren and Fern are the only ones that, or at least Fern. I don't know if Frieren ever would, but Fern has been told you're not allowed to use anything other than basic magic, right? Just keep using Zoltrak, you know, over and over again until you win. And I really hope that, you know, they were talking about how they're probably going to be fighting each other in the next battle, and that Fern, like, kind of revealed a lot of her tricks to her team. and he was saying like, what was it? What was his name? It was Land. She calls him Mr. Land because she always adds Mr. into to stuff like that. So, but I really hope it just like doesn't matter. Like even if they're expecting it, I don't even think Ubel can comprehend the idea that she's suppressing her mana, she has more mana than they think, and that she is capable of just overpowering them with basic magic, right? Like even if she thinks like, okay, yes, you managed to win that fight somehow only using basic magic, but that won't work for me, you know. So I don't know, we'll see. But I kind of hope that this teaching that Frieren has supplied is just enough, you know. So we'll see. I'm excited to see some like one-on-one battles, and if that is what happens next or whatever. But can even numbers can work, right? That can go into a bracket. I think you need even numbers to go into a bracket, right? Because the first round of the bracket would be two people, yada yada yada, which means there'd be like, well, you just divide that by two, that'd be easy, right? What did I say? There were 18 people left, so there'd be, if they were to do like a tournament arc kind of thing, right? And do brackets and everything, it would be 9 groupings in the first one, and then that would eliminate. But the only problem is, wouldn't that eliminate down to 9 people? I don't know. Anyway, so maybe, well, I guess it might not. I'm not even gonna talk about it because it might not even be a bracket anyway. We'll see what they end up doing, but yeah. I like that the girls were, you know, obviously with the help of Frieren breaking the barrier so that way Kane can have some rain, but I like how the girls were able to win. I like how, you know, it's going back to the idea that they're using all this, like, big, flashy magic. Granted, his reasoning for doing that was to break through defense spells. I get that, but even, like, the spells he was using were, like, as distractions almost were kind of big and flashy too. So it's like, it's almost like he cares more about showing off what he can do rather than being effective and efficient. And I feel like that's how some of the mages are too, because we had the one girl that fought Fern, Erie or something. It's like Ehre. I have a hard time pronouncing that. But she was like talking about how Fern's magic wasn't like flashy or creative. I can't remember what the term she used was, but like as if mages these days have to be like showy and flashy, and that's just how it is. How are you not like that? You know, how are you doing all this basic shit and not like ashamed of yourself or whatever? And it's like, oh, well, because I win doing it. And so I wonder if there is an element of like wasting mana to be more flashy, and that's like a problem with mages today. But I just thought that was all pretty interesting. They called Frieren the last great mage, so I wonder like what makes her a great mage compared to all these other like first class mages and everything, right? Like what makes her labeled as a great mage versus someone else? Like if she's the last great mage, what does that make Ciri? Because Ciri's a mage and still alive, so is she not a great mage? Or was it like excluding Ciri? Is it like, other than Ciri, this is the last one, right? Is it something like that? Because Ganao was so obsessed with the idea that Ciri's barrier couldn't be broken, and then when it was, he was like, I think he was the one that said she's the last great mage or something, but I don't know, maybe we'll learn more about that as we go. But yeah, I love the idea that Ciri is Flamme's sensei. So Ciri is the one that trained Flamme, which is crazy, because, like, Flamme is known as the legendary mage, right? Now they're calling Frieren the Great Mage. It's like, I wonder how all these terms come about, because Ciri, seemingly who trained Flamme, like, does that mean Flamme surpassed Ciri, or was Ciri still stronger in that moment than Flamme? Maybe Flamme just made a better name for herself and became known as the legendary mage. They also said that Flamme was the founder of humanity's magic, right? But obviously these people have been around a lot longer that have magic than Flamme, so maybe just Flamme was one of the first human mages to become as powerful as she was, so she was known as, like, the founder of it or something. I'm not sure, but I guess maybe we'll learn a little more stuff as we go, or whatnot. But yeah, fantastic episode. I loved it. I'm trying to think. I felt like there was something else I wanted to talk about. I did look up the voice actor or actress. I liked the whole, like, someone's been analyzing the barrier the whole time, and Genau just kind of hesitated for a second. It was like, doesn't matter, can't be broken. No. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But other than that, I mean, we had some great fights. I like the idea that they can't make their defensive magic more complicated, because the more complicated you made it, the more, like, the longer it takes to cast, and the longer it takes to cast, you won't be able to put it out to defend yourself in the heat of the moment. The heat of the moment part was funny to me because I was looking at the fire tornado skimming through the episode. I punned myself, but not you guys. I'm such an entertainer. I like how a lot of these mages can't even, like, think outside of the box either. They're, like, so gated on the idea of magic and power levels and stuff like that, that she's like, no, there's no way I can get us out of this. The barriers, the thing's too strong. And he's like, just break the tree. Like, oh, okay. You know? So, but I wonder, like, what the way Ciri has been built up as this person that is just putting on these first class exams, everyone seems fine with it, and just gives people spells whoever becomes first class. It seems like she was already giving out spells back then. Sorry, Ciri. I don't really know gender. I guess it could be she. It is a female voice actress. It just has, the voice is just so deep. I don't know. It could be a guy. You never know. We haven't seen any kind of, like, figure, like, of their body to really tell. Like, the kind of, like, Frieren doesn't have much boobage going on there. Not that that's a bad thing. It's perfectly fine. But it's just, we haven't had, like, I don't think there's been any honorifics or anything yet. Or, honorifics isn't the right word. But, or it might not be the right word. I guess it could be. Because honorifics is kind of like Sama and Chan and stuff like that, which usually they're different ones used for different genders, but, so I guess if there was, we could, but yeah, I don't think they've done, like, trying to... Yeah, I don't see anything going through, like, the conversation of mentioning any kind of gender, but the voice being put on for this character is, like, very deep, though. Yeah, looking at the character again, I don't know, I mean, I feel like it could still go either way. It really could. I'm obviously leaning because of the hair, and there's, like, a small aspect of the form in her, like, I said her again, in her cloak, that just leads me to saying her as a default, but it wouldn't surprise me if I misgendered her. So, I'm probably going to keep saying her just so I don't have to keep correcting myself and wasting time, but either way, regardless. But my point was of that whole conversation, where I was trying to go from the start of it, was... So far, I thought she was going to be antagonistic. I thought Ciri was going to be antagonistic, and so far, it does not seem like she is. It seems like she's just existing and doing her thing, the same thing she's been doing this whole time, so it doesn't seem like there's going to be any reason we need to go, like, stop her or defeat her or something, even though she, like, has some ominous parts in the opening, which is the only thing that led me to believe that she could be antagonistic, but they are putting on this first-class exam where they don't care that people die, so maybe maybe people dying through this is a bad thing. Maybe Frieren or someone does go after her because of that. Like, just maybe the reason why there's not many mages anymore is because they all keep dying because of these tests that Ciri's putting them through. And maybe Ciri's doing that because she seems to love combat now that the Demon King is dead, and maybe that could bring Frieren into, like, the reason why she goes after Ciri, right? Is because Frieren defeated the Demon King, brought on an era of peace, Ciri's bored, no battles, so she's gonna, you know, start these mage wars from, you know, or happening to test them and make them stronger and just make them fight against each other so she can watch her or whatever she enjoys about battle. So, and Frieren will blame herself, be like, oh, well, I defeated the Demon King and caused this, so I'll have to try to stop her myself. I don't know. Maybe. Or it's just all a red herring in the opening and we never even have anything to do with Ciri and she's just someone out there giving spells to people, so. But yeah. Anyway, interesting. Fun episode, loved it. Can't wait to see more, see what the next challenge is, and see our characters potentially going head-to-head with each other. Alright, that's going to be it for me. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see more. Well, if you're watching on YouTube, this was a Patreon show, meaning that you guys can watch the rest of this show right now. If you're already watching on my Patreon, unfortunately, there's no early access for this show, but thank you so much for supporting me. And I very much appreciate that. So the links are in the description below for the Patreon and all that stuff, and they'll also be popping up on the screen. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.